By the way, our neighbor is tearing their wall down. I don't know why. What am I going to talk about? Oh my god, what has quarantine done to me?
Pag-uusapan natin today is about introversion and extroversion. Siguro gagawa pa ako ng next video about this, pero let's just clarify things about the basics of extroversion and introversion. Anong introversion at extroversion ay personality type. Ibig sabihin, may mga tao talaga na extrovert at may mga tao na introvert. Ano bang pinagkaiba nila? So, pag sinabi nating extroverts, ito yung mga tao that they get their energy from socializing with other people. So, mas gusto nila yung mga activities na may mga kasama silang tao. And, ano naman yung mga introverts? Ito naman yung mga tao na mas nakukuha nila yung energy nila kapag meron silang alone time. So, mas gusto nila yung mga activities that can be done alone. Is it clear? There is no wrong personality. Before, tinuturo ko to, isa sa mga na-observe ko sa mga tao or sa mga students is kala nila, pag introvert ka, parang stigma siya, parang siyang sakit or something. So, iniisip ka agad nila na kapag introvert, you're a loner or may something sa'yo, something is wrong. But this is not true. And this is because the Philippines is an extroverted country. Kaya nga, kung mapapansin natin, ang mga Pilipino, mas gusto nila yung mga taong flamboyant ang personality, yung very outgoing. And a lot of people, kahit yung mga introverts, gusto rin nilang maging outgoing kasi nasa Pilipinas sila. I will talk about why the Philippines is an extrovert country. There's a correlation between Filipinos being more extroverted to being an Eastern country. Because in Eastern countries, so tayo yun, Asian countries, we are more of collectivists. Kaya, mas prefer natin yung mga tao na kayang makipag-socialize all the time with other people. Kaya, dito sa Pilipinas, kapag introvert ka, medyo mahirap. Kasi malilibal lang ka talaga ng number 1, mahiyain. Number 2, loner. Number 3, problematic. A lot of people thinks that introversion is a problematic type of personality. But let me tell you something. When it comes to personality, every personality is fine. There's nothing wrong with personality except if you have a personality disorder. But if you're not diagnosed with any personality disorder, then being an introvert is okay. Being an extrovert is okay. Because the Philippines is highly extroverted. We have a lot of fiestas, gatherings, especially during the holidays. We have our family reunions, mahilig mag-video kaya ang mga Filipino. Basta any gathering, kahit nga may ECQ, ang dami pa rin nag-gather. And siguro ito yung isa sa dahilan bakit nahihirapan ng mga Filipino na mag-social distancing talaga. Kasi extroverts, if nahihirapan kayo during this quarantine, you can actually do and try to enjoy things on your own kasi hindi naman tayo laging may kasama. A lot of people have problems with social distancing. Marami silang hindi nila gusto, hindi kasi solusyon. And ano bang take ko dito? Well, I'm not gonna say my take because this is about introversion and extroversion. Before, they have this misconception that if you're an introvert, you can't really be a teacher. But that ain't true. That's not true because when you're an introvert doesn't mean that you're a social. A lot of people are antisocial. A lot of people are using this as adjectives, but they are wrong. Mali naman talaga sila ng pagkakaintindi kung ano yung antisocial sa asocial. Pero, for some reason, a lot of people are using it as common adjectives, and it's really bothering. And this is the reason why hindi kailangan or hindi masyadong dapat ginagamit ang mga psychological terms on a normal basis, on a daily basis, because namamali yung mga usage nila. Tapos, yun na yung nalalaman ng iba. So, met a person, she said that she's an introvert, and I asked her, bakit mo naman feeling na introvert ka? And she said, hindi kasi antisocial ako. And I was really shocked and surprised. Bakit introvert tapos antisocial? It's really weird. So I guess a lot of people doesn't really actually know the meaning of the words, but they use it to describe themselves. A student before, we have this introduction in class, and sabi niya, I am blah blah, so yung pangalan niya. And then, sabi niya, gusto ko lang malaman nyo guys that I am bipolar. Kasi daw, paiba-iba daw yung mood niya, kasi moody siya. And I was shocked again and surprised because guys, hindi market moody ka or pabago-bago ang mood mo ay meron ka ng bipolar or you are bipolar. Bipolar is actually a mental illness and you should only use the term if you're actually diagnosed with it. Ibig sabihin, meron na talagang ibigay sa'yo ng diagnosis. And this is something that I don't actually get with people because they are using mental disorders to describe themselves where in fact hindi pa naman talaga sila na-diagnose. And it's ironic because hindi ko naman sasabihin na may cancer ako to everybody. Pero when it comes to mental illness, kahit hindi naman sila na-diagnose, sinasabi nila na for example, sabihin nila bipolar sila or they are delusional or they have depression pero wala namang diagnosis. If you think you are suffering from depression, have you been diagnosed? Have you reached out to people? Because ito yung isa sa mga naging problema natin ngayon sa Pilipinas. Dahil nga, we are promoting mental health, yung mga mental illnesses, information about it, it's definitely out there in the internet. And now, we have the problem of separating those who are using mental illness because they want attention and those people who are actually sick. So, paano natin ma-distinguish kung lahat ng tao sinasabi na nila ngayon meron silang depression? Kahit ako, pwede kong sabihin na may depression ako eh. Okay, pero hindi ko sasabihin yon because I'm not diagnosed. I will do another video about self-diagnosis and the pros and cons of that. Problema din yung mga tao na hindi nila ina-acknowledge yung mga mental illnesses. So, medyo problematic din yung part na yun. Because mental illnesses are real, they are true. Although, yun nga lang, yung other people, they are taking advantage of it by using it as an excuse for all of their wrong behaviors and actions and decisions. But they are real for many other people. Kaya hindi siya dapat ginagawang joke or biro. Kasi totoo siya. It's real.
I'm an introvert. Pero marami namang hindi naniniwala masyado. I remember I have a student before and she said that I am not an introvert. Pero personally, I'm really an introvert. But I do prefer to have some time alone, especially my downtime. Kahit nung bata pa ako, after ko makipaglaro sa mga ibang bata, pag umuwi ako, gusto ko, meron akong time to think about things. Before, when we went to Hong Kong, nagtataka yung isa namin kasama, bakit hindi ako sumama dun sa night market? So, I preferred to stay in our hotel. And one of the reasons is because ang dami namin ginawa throughout the day. It's my first time to ride a plane. It's my first time to go out of the country. And after that, so pagod na ako. Ang dami na namin pinuntahan eh. And then finally, bumalik kami sa hotel. And then they said they want to go to the night market. But I said, no, I'll pass. I'm just gonna stay here. It's just how I function. I'm not a fan of sleepovers as well. Because alam naman natin, pag may mga sleepover, syempre, ang daming kasama. When I was in high school, we always have this retreat. And it's an overnight thing. And it's really problematic for me because I don't have time alone to breathe. Syempre kasi buong araw meron kayong mga sessions together with your whole class and with all the sharing and people around you, and it's fine. I do understand. But after a while, I need some time on my own. Pero dahil nga overnight siya, wala ka talagang time. And you always have to interact with people. When I was in, I think, 3rd year or whatever year that was, they are really concerned about me because I'm usually talkative, but then after I think we're done with the day, I'm really quiet. And it was the first time that they actually saw me. Not talking that much. But it's not about them. It's just because I need my time alone finally, especially during like 6, 7, 8 in the evening. Those are the times where I usually want to be by myself because I really need to think about my day. But because it's a retreat, everybody's around you. Introverts are just like that. But most of my friends are actually extroverts. Some of them are ambiverts. Ambiverts are people who likes to stay at home, but also they would like to have fun. Maybe I'm an ambivert for some, but not really, because I do love and I do enjoy going out and talking to people, but I still need time to be by myself. And according to my psychological test that I took, definitely an introvert, even though it doesn't show, because I'm actually a social introvert. There are many types of introversion, and maybe I will have another video for that. And I'm under social introversion, so I do love to go out with people. I'm an educator, a teacher, so I definitely have to hang out with a lot of students, hundreds of them a day. But I'm an introvert. But yeah.